Kasancewar mu tare da ku na dogon lokaci sai da ku muke kasancewa don gamsar da ku kyawawan shirye-shiryenmu kamar yadda kuke so. Mun lura cewa irin nauyukan shirye-shiryenmu gaskiya ce tsagwaranta, hakan ya sanya lura da yanayin da kuke so. Ashe muka tsaya musamman abubuwan da ke faruwa na yau da kullum don ku muke yi, musamman ilmantarwa, faɗakarwa, nishaɗantarwa, uwa uba tallata hajojinku ko masana'antunku. Wannan dama ce da kuka samu daga gare mu. Muna muku lale da marhaban a kowane lokaci. Mun ba ku dama ƙofofinmu a buɗe suke don zuwan ku gare mu. NTA mai tukuri nesa ta zo kusa domin tallata kayayyakinku. Mai talla shi ke da riba, a san mutum kuma a san cinikinsa. Ga mu da saurin isar da saƙonanku saƙo da lungu ba tare da ɓata lokaci ba. Dare ko rana ba ma saurarawa. Akan shirye-shiryenmu muna da kafofin sadarwa masu ƙarfi, musamman facebook.com/NTA Maiduguri da kuma YouTube @NTA Maiduguri. Ku garzayo gare mu, muna nan akan titin Muhammad Indini Maiduguri, jihar Borno. Ko ku neme mu a lambobin wayar mu 070-6137-8811 080-32-31-1515. Tuna da sunan NTA Maiduguri, tauraruwar hamada.
Haba malam Dauda, me kake kokarin yi ne?
Wannan wuta da kake kokarin sa wannan dajin ba iya ciyayin zaka kone ba har da rayuwar mu ka cokan.
Wannan kona daji da kake ga nake kokarin yi, shi muka gada iyaye da kakanni, shine sharar gonar.
To ai ka sani ba iya kasar za ta kone ba har da albarkatun kasan kuma ya sa mana guba a iskar da muke shaka, ya hana ruwan sama, mu su kafe, ƙarshe mu fada ambaliya, ya bar mu da matacciyar ƙasa.
Shi wannan kona daji
gaskiya ne, amma za mu iya canja hakan a yau. Mu dakatar da ƙona dazuka a yau domin kare rayuwarmu ta nan gaba, domin rayuwarmu ta dogara kacokan akan muhallinmu. Mu haɗa ƙarfi da ƙarfe da Akrisal ta jihar Borno tare da ma'aikatar muhalli, mu kare muhallinmu da rayuwarmu da kuma ta 'ya'yanmu. Fara daga kanka a yau. Wannan saƙo ne daga Akrisal jihar Borno, tare da haɗin gwiwar ma'aikatar muhalli da kuma tallafin bankin duniya.
Ana muku marhaban zuwa kamfanin takalma Buba Shoes, kamfanin da ke kera ire-iren takalma masu inganci. Kamfanin takalma Buba Shoes na tattare da shahararrun ma'aikata masu hazaƙa da za su iya biya muku bukatu. Me kuma ake bukatar makaranta, sandals da na manya. Ba a nan kamfanin takalma Buba Shoes ya tsaya ba, domin kuwa kamfanin na kera ire-iren jakunkunan mata, slippers ɗin mata tare da belt ɗin haji. Kamfanin takalma Buba Shoes na gyara jakunkunan yin bulaguro na hannu da kowane irin takalma. Kamfanin takalma Buba Shoes na nan a West End kan hanyar Sakashim Ibrahim, wadda ke hannun riga da cibiyar kiwon lafiya Borno Medical, ko a kira waɗannan lambobin wayar 0800-50-29-29 ko kuma 0800-59-05-7367. A zo a sha mamaki a kamfanin takalma Buba Shoes.
The family of Alhaji Babagana Musa cordially invites you to the wedding fatia of their children, Hawa Babagana Musa and Inna Babagana Musa, which will inshallah take place on date Saturday 26th April 2025. Time 10 o'clock a.m. Venue off Circular Road behind NTA quarters, Demboa Road, Maiduguri. Come one, come on. Bride's family announcer.
تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا.
fato NTA da lamiyar waye ku zuma kawu kintaw April kan zumen uskun sadu indin findi wuri ade ma kintaw shawwal kan zu findin sadu fallin yardiyon fidiyon arakin uma hawara kratmando ami kriye Borno ye ardiyanza kuralar da Bola Ahmed Tinubu bana manzu Kashim Shetima adema gwamna Babagana Umara Zulumma askaraci da wanzurfo ya gare gabsuna kila kasadin za naftin lefa ya kire da tawattana wakilin da ya kai gama Mustapha Andiyar Hawar da su dungo fasarin
zambe zai butun burin doyi Boko Haram da kaltu da wani shi yasa da gwamnati kare Borno ya kuro lardin Najeriya zazzarcin ladin kala ya lagari lardin nilefa mata zailan nun Abdulkarim Lawan ne gwamnati lardin Najeriya ya bozna murada ambe zai askara kuro kare za sa maso irado wani musamman maro bula guzamala kuro lardin da abada masu rono kwado yi wala da zuzu na ma kuro bula marte wakiltuma Mohamed Gambo mai marte wani kasa da gota ba da banarin ta sudin da man nilefa lardin wani majalis ko gade gab suna yi cin zaya gulzan ladin nono murada ambe zai gwamnati lardin Borno ya kuro lardin Najeriya so maso kila nilefa jama'a lardin mata kuro kare za a san maso yi kado wani kasa da doye askara ya kuro banga ya san maso a zarar suna kila lata wasu rono adama da tirin haure do.
Kwamiti doyin cida fato yar araka garta ya sandiro sanna madu sandiro kakkari amari cida da badite a rutuna sau hijira wasu ngawaran zaro kalaktain walagu apagu andir hawar da su dungo fasarin zu
na samna delan bayan jillarin kaza da la kwamiti da ne an fato yar araka garta Mustapha Ali Kwari gardiyo masu sandi video indin da taro sandiro cida shi mada cida wano kuro adide sau kasarin za cidan zangawe sorona dunan karo zero aduja su bayyana ce no Mustapha Kwari gwamna bana Umara Zulme karo wakil fal kwamiti da kurutam shidi na Muhammad Abdi Sandiya Bozina kula cida da lokto da ne marada tarin kasara sakatan muzawano kaza da la kontrawiya Ali Muktare susu jama'an zelan bayan zina ide askaran za gwamna bana Umar Zulmu bayan zina kala kasarin zai hutu na shagarre suro kare ladan kuda kuruta wa dungawana kulliya cida da kala lokto ta moto ya cina har da taram radio
suro kasa da kindaram galauci da hukuma na suna na ro adutuyen amkura hukuma na suna na ron jistayen diri ladin ina galadi ma shi ma sandiya su mo wakilin da iya maji an dir hawar da su dungo fasarin zu
na shabula dirin zare hukuma sana na kriya Borno ada gom kote klalan amkura ne hukuma sana na yeso de buladirin zaci da ada majalis kuma Najeriya ro sana wono kaza da la hukuma ne mur Alhaji Musa ya saro lezina ladin inna galadi mara gulzin nadin kinshan za ada apima isa amkura ada ita notoa kurman pasal bulin sare da hukuma ne koksuna ma ada sanjiro gultu kunte soro wono zongwa da yirwa da nam kullen za munguna biyu ba ma sama son koksaya a warin ci dawde sanna ma ada sanjiro ita no zain nono adro sutu hukuma sana na fin ko tulun burni kire sama so uro yeksen ne kuma hukuma na wasu arakara kuro yeksaya daraja da ci da hukuma sana na ada ngalwom sandiya da kamar yuko duma wono kaza da la majalis kuma Najeriya inna galadima yankin shirin amkura adi alma buro salako gargamre majalis kuma Najeriya nan kadro inna galadima yan majalis kuma Najeriya rich da usan da yarjewe beji kuma ci da sama sa ciran zara cisu na wono ngawo ade ladin hukuma ade moto ne lenum areya nitirinin sita zuma rasanna sama so sandiro da warzinaye hatakumu ma kala da wore lankara wono tam shukura hukuma dai Aisha Umara permanent commissioner don kin indimi maja baja san masai nya kasa da dan hukuma ade ladin cidausu adangal woturo wono kuma nim kam don cida indika ce majalis kuma Najeriya hukuma da yan ta woturo kasho wono tamci majalis kuma Najeriya Usman Lawan ne awa faida fasalla da wurin za san masa ta wasana
kaza da la hukuma na kala balge zanna Ajit Musa Ajite wakil majalis wakilai hukuma na ba ma ngala kala balgiya wakiltima Zainab Gimba ranno sartuna kuru kare bana ye samzuna fanna Umar Andiro hawar da su dungo fasarin zu
kala diwal zado ne bula rannan liti laden sande bula do ne kurunduma dan da za kaza la hukuma na dai Ajit Musa karukutanza plezina kila zawal doni kurunduma zoro banna tana kilan koma ade ma na sharo zuya amaranza kumbare doni bula kale balge din gawro waltin nan kadrono ade ma she kasuwa bare una de zaksna kala she nin kurashin sa jamin su da gonam letin zin ade ma alai sidiya da waltin maru kantawa ko isin ladan sasan no to da cina sa bula ranne na zana yadin jamin gurayya kuma adin ya ade ma amkura lamar ko kuma na dai cin za su sha kafsa so muna keke ka zama dutoyiyar yaka inji na nuna inji giltayiyar yaka inji na kare anya te yar yaka adema buwa ne bundur zaman ne sha in fi ken notuna madu yarje wasan duro adojo adema Allah da zai walta sandiro ko na miliyon yaku kongori uwa adozo jami'ina shade duro samtoro kurushe mai rosa daga nazin nukarau za gujin no to da cina adema kaza da la hukuma na dai kuma za a diyanza Dr. Zainab Gimba duro hazana kalashin ga kantanzu da tuba a rodoni jami kalabal biro kunje ndairan fasaidi
kaza da la hukuma a wakin bayron jistaye baba shehu sandiro amari namba mai na pep zai da kuratu yan sandiro sadnaidan polin kujevana shima an dira habar da su dungo fasarin zu
kilangai doni namba mashin shiya kai kuratu yede ngawo doni buru jamara masu hapsana kila sandiro nambaru sadiya namba da na chada putu kaza da la hukuma botma baba shehu tijane bayan zina dai buru doni jamara masu hapsana da suka kata fara guwa da su bayan na cheno kuru hutu doni nambar daja sandana mara bayan zina shi ndu yayi kilangai shi mara za ma home doni gwamnati ya kilan zuro zuwa no sau zanga-zanga delan kaza da la karabka keke na pihuye kare Borno ya kurso gare mai karo kutanza fule zana kala zanga-zanga shi ma delan kuru jama soda bo zana kala sambiya yaro zawol doni matin mada zasa murunza gwamnati ro hafsa masu bayyana chaino armara taram radio
jami sore adama awo fadde ne ro kudo kure na da dai sai an dia kafa alai an dia sadi haklewan tusinyau
A cikin labarun namu na yau za ku ji cewa Kiristoci a birnin Maiduguri a yau suka yi bikin ranar Good Friday. 'Yan majalisar jihar Borno sun yi kira akan a kawo ƙarshen sabbin tashe-tashen hankulan da hukumomi ta yana ƙoƙari wajen tabbatar da jin daɗin ma'aikatanta domin tabbatar da aiki yadda ya kamata. Assalamu alaikum masu kallo barkanmu da warhaka barkanmu da sake saduwa da ku a cikin fassarar labaran namu na NTA a yau Juma'a 18 ga watan Afrilu shekara 2025 wanda ya dace da 'yan majalisa a jihar Borno sun jinjina wa shugaban kasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu da mataimakinsa Kashim Shatima da kuma gwamna Babagana Umar Zulum da sauran jami'an tsaro domin yadda suke tabbatar da zaman lafiya a jihar Borno. Ga fasarar rahoton wakilinmu Kai Gama Mustapha daga majalisar jihar. Kakakin zauren majalisar jihar Borno, Abdulkarim Lawan, ya bayyana bukata na gaggawa domin dakile sabbin hare-haren da aka fara kaiwa sassa daban-daban na jihar. Shugaban ya bayyana kokarin gwamnatin tarayya da na jiha akan dakile ta'addanci kuma ya yi kira da cewa ya kamata a ƙara jami'an tsaro a ƙananan hukumomin Guzamala da na Abadam. Muhammad Gambo Mimarte ya ƙara ba da shawaran ɗaukan matakan ƙungiyoyin sa kai waɗanda suke taimakawa wajen kawo zaman lafiya, sannan suka ce akwai bukatan addu'o'i domin zaman lafiya. Daga bisani sun kaddamar da kuduri akan jin daɗin jama'a, rage rashin aiki a tsakanin matasa da kuma ƙara jami'an tsaro. Ƙarshen rahoton kenan. Juma'a mai girma wanda aka fi sani da ranar Good Friday rana ne wanda Kiristoci a faɗin Maiduguri suka yi biki. Ga fasar rahoton wakiliyarmu Evelyn Musa Ngwa daga St. Patrick Church wanda yake garin Maiduguri.
Ranar Juma'a ce ta ko'ina wajen Kiristoci musamman mabiyan kwanaki 40 na azumi da addu'o'i masu bauta a cikin adadinsu sun taru cikin tunani mai zurfi don tunawa da Juma'a mai kyau. A cikin wasan motsa jiki na matasan Katolika suna kwatanta wahala da jurewar Yesu. Makon Easter yana farawa ne da Alhamis mai sarki na tunawa da wanke kafafu da gibin karshe Juma'a mai sarki saboda shirye-shiryen ranar Lahadi. Juma'a mai kyau kuma aka sani lokaci ne mai mahimmanci a cikin addinin Kirista, yana wakiltar hadayar Yesu don zunuban 'yan Adam da kuma nuna kauna, gafara da jin kan Allah. Karshen rahoton kenan.
Kwamitin gina gidaje 600 sun ba da takaddun kwangila ga 'yan kwangilan da suka dace domin fara aiki, ga fasarar rahoton wakili.
Yayin bikin baje kolin, sakataren kwamitin gine-ginen gidaje 600 Mustapha Ali Kori ya bayyana cewa 'yan kwangila 42 ne suka samu lambar yabo saboda jajircewar aikin da suka gudanar na gidaje 500 a baya. Mustapha Kori ya bayyana cewa gwamna Babagana Umar Zulum ya yi matukar jin daɗin yadda waɗannan 'yan kwangilar suka kammala aikin gina gidaje 500 da kuma yadda aka kammala shi cikin lokaci. Ya kuma yi kira ga 'yan kwangila 42 da kada su yi kasa a gwiwa wajen ci gaba da gudanar da ayyukansu mai inganci. Wani memba a cikin kwamitin kuma tsohon babban sakataren ayyuka na musamman Muhammad Abdu ya buƙaci ɗaukacin 'yan kwangilar da su tashi tsaye domin fara aiki nan take. Shugaban 'yan kwangilar Ali Mukhtar, wanda ya yi magana a madadin 'yan kwangilar, ya bayyana jin daɗin sa gwamna. Rahoton kenan.
Domin tabbatar da aiki a bisa kan tsari, shugabannin ƙananan hukumomi suna ziyarar aiki a ƙananan hukumomin jihar Borno. Ga fasar rahoton wakiliyarmu Iyamaji.
Shugabannin hukumar kula da ayyukan ƙananan hukumomin jihar Borno sun ziyarci ƙaramar hukumar Jere domin tattaunawa da shugabannin ma'aikatu da manyan hafsoshi domin bayyana ƙalubalen da ke fuskanta. Shugabar hukumar Moda Alhaji Musa ya yi wa shugaban ƙaramar hukumar bayanin makasudin wannan ziyara da bayyana sabbin shugabanni da ofishoshin shiya a MMC Manguno biyu da kuma Bama domin sa ido kan ayyukan ma'aikatan ƙananan hukumomi. Shugaban ya jaddada cewa za a raba ƙananan hukumomi 27 ne zuwa 5 domin inganta ayyukan ƙananan hukumomin. Shugaban ƙaramar hukumar Jene Inna Galadima ta ce wannan ziyara wata dama ce a gare su domin ita ce karon farko a tarihin hukumar Jere da ta karbi bakoncin tawaga irin wannan, inda ta bada tabbacin majalisar ta a shirye take da dukkanin bangarori da suka shafi jin daɗin ma'aikatan. Sakatariyar hukumar Aisha Umara da kwamishina na dindindin Maji Abba Aji sun jaddada kujerun hukumar na samar da kyakkyawar alaka da karamar hukumar Jere tare da baiwa ma'aikata sana'o'in dogaro da kai. Sakataren Majalisar Usman Lawan ya yi ƙarin haske kan tsare-tsare da jajircewar majalisar tare da ba da tabbacin yin iyakacin ƙoƙarinsu na inganta ayyukansu. Ƙarshen fassarar rahoton kenan.
Shugaban ƙaramar hukumar Kala Balge ya yi rakiya wa wakiliyar majalisa Zainab Gimba zuwa garin Ran domin tabbatar da aiki da kuma raba kayayyaki ga jama'anta. Ga fassarar rahoton wakiliyarmu Fanna Umar.
A hanyarsu ta zuwa Ran, tawagar rusa kan halin da hanyar Kurunduma ke ciki da kuma illar da ke tattare da harkokin zamantakewa da tattalin arziki a Kala Balge ya nuna irin matsalolin da manoma da 'yan kasuwa ke fuskanta. A nata martanin, Dr. Zainab Gimba ta yabawa shugaban karamar hukumar da bisa jajircewar da yi, ta kuma yi nuni da cewa akwai matukar buƙatar magance matsalar hanyar, inda ta ba da tabbacin cewa za a gina titin a watanni masu zuwa. Da isar tawagar ta Ran ta samu tarba daga 'yan anguwa, malaman addini da masu ruwa da tsaki. Dr. Zainab Gimba ta nuna jin daɗinta da godiyarta da yadda suka tarbe ta. A wani mataki na karfafawa mutanen yanku famfunan ruwa 300 da buhuna 400 na takin NPK da sauransu. Bugu da kari ta bayar da gudunmuwar tsabar kuɗi naira miliyan 3.5 don rabawa al'ummar, inda ta alkawarin bada tallafin karatu ga ɗalibai da suka cancanta tun daga matakin sakandare har zuwa manyan makarantu. Majalisar bisa goyon baya da jajircewa da take bawa al'ummar garin Kala Balge. Ƙarshen fasar rahoton kenan.
Shugaban Botma Baba Shehu Tijjani ya nuna rashin jin daɗinsa dangane da zanga-zangan da 'yan keke napep suka yi a cikin garin Maiduguri, ga fasar rahoton wakiliyarmu Pauline Kujibana.
Aiwatar da tsauraran lambobi na zuwa ne a matsayin martani ga yadda jama'a ke ci gaba da koke-koke dangane da ayyukan wasu masu yin amfani da keken da gangan waɗanda ke rubuta ƙananan lambobi da kusan ba a iya ganewa, lamarin da ya sa fasinjoji ke da wuya su gane idan aka yi musu sata a mashin ɗin. Wannan dabarar, a cewar rahotanni, wasu masu laifi daga cikin mahaya ne suka yi amfani da su wajen kwace wayoyin hannu da satar fasinjoji. Shugaban hukumar kula da zirga-zirgar ababen hawa ta jihar Borno wato Bodma Baba Shehu Tijjani ya ce jama'a sun nuna damuwa kuma ya zama wajibi hukumar ta mayar da martani, don haka dole ne kowane babur mai kafa uku ya nuna lambarsa mai girman inci 6 zuwa 3 kamar yadda ka'idan Bodma suka tanada. A cewarsa an ɗauki matakin ne domin hukunta kowa, sai dai matakin tsaro na kare fasinjoji da masu tuka babur ɗin. Da yake mayar da martani kan zanga-zangar, shugaban kungiyar masu tuka keke napep na jihar Borno Kursa Grema ya yi Allah wadai da matakin da aka ɗauka na kawo cikas, inda ya kira ga mahayan da su kwantar da hankalinsu tare da mika kokensu ta hanyar da ta dace. Sabon umarnin ya nuna wani mataki na tsaurara matakan tsaro a duk faɗin birnin da kuma samar da yanayi mai inganci ga matafiya a jihar Borno. Karshen rahoton kenan.
Masu kallo duka-duka dai da wannan ne muka kawo ƙarshen fassarar labarun namu na daren yau. Mu kwana lafiya.
On the news tonight, Christian faithful in Borno State House of Assembly calls for urgent information to address the renewed wave of terrorist attacks. And Local Government Service Commission vows to ensure staff welfare and effective service delivery. A very good evening and welcome to NTA Maiduguri News presentation today, Friday, 18th April 2025, which is also the 20th of Shawwal, 1446 after Hijrah. I am Kaigama Mustafa with the news tonight. Also with me is Mohamed Suleiman with sign language interpretation for viewers with hearing impairment. Glad to have you join us. Borno State House of Assembly has passed aboard Babagana Umar Zulum, the military and other security agencies for their effort in restoring normalcy to the state. Our correspondent reports that the resolution followed a motion moved by a member representing Marte constituency, Mohamed Gambomi Marte, regarding the resurgence of Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorist activities in some parts of the state. Speaker of the House Abdul Karim Lawan stressed the urgent need to address the renewed wave of terrorist attacks, while commending the state and the federal governments for their continued counter-insurgency effort in the northeast. He called for the deployment of additional security personnel and equipment to affected areas, particularly Guzamala and Abadam local government areas, which require urgent
to rebuild public confidence and restore normalcy.
The sponsor of the motion, Mohamed Gambomi of Marte constituency, says failure to take urgent action may result to negative consequences. Members of the House emphasize the need for swift and coordinated action by the state and federal government to safeguard lives and properties. They, however, commended the effort of conventional and volunteer security forces in combating insurgents and the need for continued prayers for peace. The House also passed resolution for the implementation of social intervention programs aimed at addressing youth unemployment and social inequality, as well as intensifying security operations. In Maiduguri, Holy Friday, also known as Good Friday, and suffering and crucifixion of Jesus Christ and his reassurances that he came to save the world. Ibelil Moses Gwa was at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Maiduguri, to capture the significance of Good Friday.
Good Friday is widely observed by Christians, especially Catholics, as a day of mourning, fasting, and reflection, marking the near end of the 40 days fasting and prayers. Worshippers in their number converge in a sober reflection to commemorate the Good Friday amidst passion play by the Catholic youths, depicting the sufferings and endurance of Jesus. This demonstrates Christ's journey to Golgotha through his agony in the garden, scourging at the pillar, crowning with thorns, carrying of the cross, and his crucifixion and death. The Easter week begins with Holy Thursday, commemorating the washing of the feet and Last Supper, Holy Friday, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, and Holy Saturday, the preparation of the Easter Sunday.
He came to die so that we may be saved, so that we might be redeemed from sin and death, and that we might live with him forever. And that is why his death is termed as something good, because it was salvific, it was redemptive.
Good Friday, also known as Crucifixion of Christ, a pivotal moment in Christendom, representing Jesus' sacrifice for humanity's sins and demonstrating God's love, forgiveness, and mercy. In Maiduguri, Evelyn Mwesigwa, NTA News.
Moving on, Borno State Committee for the construction of 600 housing units across the state has formally presented contract award letters to selected contractors, signaling the commencement of a major housing project aimed at addressing the housing deficit and facilitating the resettlement of internally displaced persons across the state. Mwalagu Apagu has the details.
Speaking during the presentation ceremony, the secretary of the 600 Housing Estate Construction Committee, Mustafa Alikori, disclosed that 42 contractors received automatic awards for the construction of one house each. He stated that the selection was based on their excellent track record and successful delivery of previous projects during the construction of 500 housing units. Mustafa Kori noted that the Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Umar Azim, was highly impressed with the quality and timely completion of work delivered by these contractors at the 500 housing estate project, and based on this, he directed the committee to recognize their commitment by awarding them one housing unit each in the new 600 unit project. He further appealed to the 42 contractors not to relent in maintaining the same standard of excellency, stressing the importance of quality delivery and adherence to timelines. A member of the committee and former permanent secretary for social projects, Mohammed Abdul, urged all contractors to mobilize to site and commence work immediately, calling on the 42 automatically awarded contractors to lead by example and set the pace for others. The chairman contractors of 500 housing units, Ali Mukhtar, who spoke on behalf of the contractors, expressed appreciation to the governor for recognizing their past efforts and giving them another opportunity to contribute to the state development, and promised not to disappoint, pledging full commitment to delivering quality work and timely. The 600 housing unit project, recently approved by Governor Zulum, is part of ongoing effort to reduce the housing deficit in Borno State and support the resettlement of IDPs in their ancestral communities. In Maiduguri, Walabga Apago, NTA News.
In an effort to improve the working condition of local government staff across the state, the leadership of Borno State Local Government Service Commission has embarked on a familiarization tour to local government secretariats across the state. The team, who were recently at Jere, were received by the council chairperson in Galadima alongside other council management. Iyamaji completes the report.
In continuation of the familiarization tour to local government council secretariats across the state to get first-hand information, the leadership of Borno State Local Government Service Commission were at Jere local government to interact with the head of departments and senior officers to pinpoint their challenges. Chairman of the commission, Modu Alhaji Musa, briefed the council's chairperson aimed at introducing the new leadership and policies of the commission for establishing new zonal offices in MMC, Mongono, Biu, and Bama to monitor the local government staff activities. The chairman stressed that the 27 local government areas will be zoned into 5, comprising of 6 local governments in each zone. The commission is, however, determined to promote efficiency, as it is the first time in the history of Jere local government to receive a high-powered delegation from the commission. The chairperson added that the council provided free transportation services from Mondays to Fridays for the staff and is planning for the provision of the staff meals to ease their hardship. Permanent Secretary of the Commission, Aisha Umara, and Permanent Commissioner 2, Maji Abaji, underscores the Commission's commitment to foster a productive working relationship with Jerry local government. Secretary of the Council, Usman Lawan, shed more light on the Council's plans and determination in Maiduguri, Maji, Inte News.
Chairman Kala Bulge Local Government Council Zanna Ajit Musa Ajit accompanied Dr. Zainab Gimba, member representing Bama, Gala and Balge, where farming items were distributed to members of the community. Panna Umar reports.
On their way to run, the delegation met a brief stop in Prunduma, where Chairman Ajit Musa expressed deep concern over the deplorable condition of the Prunduma road and its negative impact on socio-economic activities in Kala Balge. He highlighted the difficulties faced by farmers and local traders due to the poor road network, especially during the rainy season, and appealed to Dr. Zainab Gimba to advocate for the immediate rehabilitation and upgrading of the roads to ease the movement of people and goods to boost economic development. In response, Dr. Zainab Gimba commended the chairman for his commitment and acknowledged the critical need to address the road issue, assuring him that although efforts are already underway, she will prioritize the construction of Runduma roads in coming months. Upon arrival in Ran, the delegation was received by community members, religious leaders, and stakeholders, where Zainab Gimba expressed gratitude for the reception and reaffirmed her commitment to well-being of their residents to their doorstep. As part of her empowerment initiative, Dr. Zainab distributed a range of items, including 300 sewing machines, 300
launched by the Borno State Ministry of Health, with support from Norwegian Church Aid and other partners. The objective of SBBC initiative is to reduce maternal and neonatal mortality by 30% in Borno State through strengthening emergency obstetric and newborn care, training healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, and midwives in SBBC protocols, improving the availability of essential drugs and medical supplies, strengthening referral systems for emergency cases, and engaging communities to encourage facility-based deliveries.
In the glory of Allah, on behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Azlim, CON, MNI, FNSD, FNIAB, the Executive Governor of Borno State, to officially flag off this program. Thank you and God bless.
During the launch of the SBBC program at Malakachala Primary Healthcare Facility, Governor Babagana Umar Azlim reaffirmed his administration's commitment to providing accessible and affordable healthcare services. Represented by the head of service, Dr. Mohamed Aminu Nguluze, the governor highlighted that allocating 15% of the state budget to healthcare demonstrates his administration's dedication to improving the well-being of the people of the state.
It is with deep sense of purpose and great optimism that I stand before you today at this flag-off ceremony of the 7th birth bundle of care approach, a pivotal step in our shared journey to protect the lives of mothers and newborns in Borno State. We are gathered here not just to launch a program, but to reinforce our collective resolve to end preventable maternal and neonatal deaths in our communities. The health and survival of women and children are not just health sector priorities, they are moral, social, and economic imperatives. Nigeria's maternal and newborn mortality rates are among the highest in the world. The statistics are sobering, and Borno State is not exempt from this reality. That is why we welcome with open arms the Safer Birth Bundle of Care initiative, an evidence-based and integrated intervention, innovation, and accountability. As a government, we have always placed the health of our people at the forefront of our development agenda. I am proud to note that Borno State allocates no less than 15% of its annual budget to the health sector, in line with global commitments. This is not just a number, it reflects our enduring commitment to a healthier, safer future for all Borno residents. We have also launched and sustained several health initiatives, including free maternal health services for all pregnant women in public health facilities, the revitalization of our primary health care system across the local government areas, recruitment and development of skilled health workers, a growing investment in digital health across primary and secondary health care facilities. Let me make it abundantly clear that Borno State government is committed to doing all it takes to crush maternal and neonatal mortality. We will not relent until our women and children can access quality, life-saving care, irrespective of where they live or what challenges they face. The Safer Birth Bundle of Care initiative being launched today is beginning in 4 health facilities in MMC and Jere local government areas. But we see that not as an end, we see that not as an end in itself, but as a launch pad for a statewide transformation. We are confident this model will be scaled up across the state.
In his address, the Commissioner of Health and Human Services, Professor Baba Malam Kana, stated that the SBBC initiative marks a significant milestone in the collective effort to reduce maternal mortality in the state. Training, innovative clinical tools, and continuous quality improvement to enhance facility-based care during and after childbirth.
It is with great pleasure and deep appreciation that I welcome you all to this important flag-off ceremony of the Safer Birth Bundle of Care, in short SBBC, approach here in Borno State. Maternal mortality remains a pressing global health concern, and sadly, Nigeria bears a disproportionate share of this burden, with a maternal mortality well above 500 per 100,000 live births, and an infant mortality of well over 41 in 1,000 live births. The urgency for systemic reforms in maternal and newborn health cannot be overemphasized. The Ministry of Health, ably led by Professor Muhammad Ali Pate and the Executive Director of National Primary Healthcare Agency, Dr. Moy Aina, has identified that there are 172 local government areas across the 33 states of Nigeria where the burden of maternal mortality and newborn mortality is highest. Unfortunately, Borno State has got 13 local government areas that have been identified among these 172. These include, in the southern part, Bayo, Biu, Shani, Howell, Dombua, and here in the central zone, we have MMC, which is where we are, Jere, Kanduga, Haga, Mafa. And in the northern part, we have Monguno, Damasak, and Gubio, respectively. There is need to critically focus on these strategic interventions in these areas, in these local governments in particular, in Borno State, to save the lives of mothers and their newborns. Today's ceremony marks a significant milestone in our collective efforts as we formally launch Safer Birth Bundle of Care initiative, an evidence-based which comes with simulation-based training, innovative clinical tools, and continuous quality improvement, is designed to strengthen facility-based care during and after childbirth. The pilot phase of this program will be rolled out across our healthcare facilities in Maiduguri, MMC, and Jere, initially in 2 primary healthcare, which Malaka Chella primary healthcare is one of them. That's why we're doing it here today. Our phase is modest. It holds great promise. We are hopeful that with the demonstrated success, this initiative can be scaled up across all the LGS in the state, especially those LGS I've mentioned earlier on, who are known to have high burden of maternal mortality as recorded by the Federal Minister of Health.
The Commissioner expressed deep gratitude for the unwavering support from Governor Zulum's administration, emphasizing that such commitment has been instrumental in achieving progress.
I wish to express our profound gratitude to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umara Zulum, for his unwavering commitment to improving the health and well-being of the people of Borno State. His visionary leadership and consistent support have made initiatives like this possible.
The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Umar Ali Pate, represented by the Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Moy Aina, applauded the Borno State government's multifaceted approach to tackling maternal mortality. He noted that 13 local government areas in Borno are among the 172 local government areas in Nigeria with the highest maternal death, assured the federal ministry's support in extending the program to cover all
of the Safer Birth Bundle of Care approach is very momentous, not just for Borno State but for all of us, because it fits right in with the Nigeria Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative that is being led by my boss, the Honorable Coordinating Minister for Health and Social Welfare. I'd like to express my thanks on behalf of myself but also my boss, who by the way sends his regards. Before I should have said this in the beginning, and apologies for not coming. He has to head to Chad for another meeting, and that's why he was not able to be here. But sends his thanks to His Excellency, the Executive Governor, and the entire team in Borno State, because you continue to inspire us. The way I put it to my friends, the Honorable Commissioner, is that Borno makes our job easier. This is one state that you don't have to. We come here to learn from you what to do, in the other states. So really thank you for that.
So the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, through the SWAP coordination office, in collaboration with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, but also other agencies, the NHIA, NEMSAS, and GO, like has been said, identified 172
high-priority local government areas for the Mania program, which account for more than half of the maternal deaths in Nigeria, as places to start. That's not where we're ending, but that's where we're starting, with the states, the interventions. 13 of these LGAs are in Borno, and it's very important that we act very soon on mortality and newborn mortality as well, as per President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. The Mali program, which has been mentioned, is implemented in a context-specific way that makes sure that every pregnant woman, and her child get the care that they need through the journey of pregnancy, from when a woman is pregnant through the 9 months to the time that she delivers and the immediate aftermath of it. The needs of each woman is different, and the idea of the Mami program is to bring all of the resources to bear that they need so that they get the care they need, to get the diagnostics that they need, to get the commodities and the tools that they need.
In their remarks, Abubakar Kulima and the Executive Secretary of the Borno State Primary Healthcare Development Board, Professor Arab Al-Haji, emphasized that given the substantial investment in the healthcare sector under Governor Zulum's leadership, all necessary resources have been mobilized to ensure the success of the SBBC program.
One is to appreciate the current intervention that we are highlighting this morning. First, as an obstetrician and gynecologist, I'm on the board of simulation, improving the skills of our healthcare workers who are always battling to prevent the recurring nodesman donator on theft. And so take over the videos I have to say what Zumari Kalaki. All the challenges we're facing are there are a lot of infrastructures government deals. A lot of supplies in terms of drugs and the package of seas. And there are a lot of innovations that are being carried out in years. But one critical aspect is keys by itself, particularly dealing with emergencies. And I'm sorry this is not many here, but we are going to introduce states courtesy of Innovator on a church in support on the radio domain. It definitely the foundation for us to start reducing the scourge of maternal mortality in states. This is statistics that were given to us in the public program and get out by the police. With the intervention, I want to assure you we have with the both from my elephant. They were going to assiduously follow this protocol and ensure that we achieve success. On behalf of Borno State Primary Healthcare Development Board, one of the major implementing agency or boards in the states, I want to assure this gathering and also to inform the gathering that the governance and leadership exhibited by His Excellency through his political will and commitment has made the Borno State Primary Healthcare Development Board as one of the boards, dynamic and performing boards across the states, without missing word in the presence of my Executive Director of National Primary Healthcare Development Board. We'll be given all the support, everything we ask for, and therefore, let me assure this gathering that all the workforce are already mobilized to ensuring the success of this program.
The country director of Norwegian Church Aid and the SBBC program coordinator from Tanzania shared insightful testimonies on the program's success in Tanzania.
We are confident that this ambitious goal will be realized through strong leadership and continued support of the Borno State development, our by
donors and our dedicated partners. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, every child born on this immense profession was our work. Leaders, innovators, designers, scientists were once yesterday's children. Let us work together, leaders, scientists, inventors, so effective and efficient implementation of this BBC project.
Finally, taking this opportunity, I would like to sincerely recognize the Religion Agency for Development Moran for funding this crucial phase of the project. We are hopeful that the positive outcomes and demonstrable impact of initial implementation of this project will take the way for other crucial health tests and muscular.
In their goodwill messages, representatives from UNICEF, the World Health Organization WHO, UNFPA, and other partners also pledged their support to the program.
I think this is a testament of the commitments of these states, but also testaments of collaboration across borders. We know that this initiative has been tried and tested on the other side of the country to see how this promising approach can also be applicable here in Borno State. I believe the time is now. It's not always that we see this much commitments for mothers and children. Just this week, here in Maiduguri, we have the launch of the Mami C and some of the highest mortality RJs. But then at the same time here today, the launch of the SPBC, which would also be a component, I believe, of the Mami initiative. Because we know to crash maternal and newborn mortality, we need to tackle
is an integrated maternal and newborn intervention, which is designed in starting facility-based care during and after birth. And it also marks a coveted